Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Monthly Horoscope for July 2019. And this is for you coming from Cancer. So I'm going to use my Kabbalistic tarot cards for that. Now, before I do that, I want to give you my email address, which is andyhoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9 at gmail.com. andyhoro9 at gmail.com. Let me shuffle these cards to talk to you about your first 15 days of July. This is going to be regarding your job area. Wow, it's a magnificent card. It's called the card of strength. So the first 15 days of July for you coming from Cancer are going to give you that kind of energy and inner strength to do very well in your job area. Go ahead, push your ideas forward, talk to your superiors, and you will see what you say and do will be very, very well received. And therefore, the chances of growing stronger in that ongoing job would be very good. I can even apply this card to new jobs. So if you're feeling restless and want to apply for new jobs, go right ahead and do it in the first 15 days of July. And the card of strength will give you probably a better job if you want that. If you're happy with your ongoing job, just stay there. It's a wonderful card to have. Now I'm going to talk to you about business and finances. And I pulled this card. It's a card of expansion. You can do businesses across the sea or work for businesses that are multinational, or you can do trading because that's across the sea. So it's a card that says you are going to do well in business. So you can chase for new businesses if you want with this card, even foreignly aligned businesses. So it's an exciting card where you may even travel during this first 15 days of July for business sake. So go right out, use the internet and go right out, make your contacts overseas, because this card shows that you don't have to be remaining within boundaries and you will do very well in your business areas. Now I'm going to talk to you about your romance areas. And let's see, romance, new and old, for you coming from Cancer. Well, let's start with the new romance that you might find. It's a good romance, but this card shows that you may meet a partner who tends to have the dominating attitude. Right on the top, you'll see the sign of the planet Jupiter. And this card shows that that person, not necessarily may come from a sun sign with Jupiter, but may tend to be a bit dominating and control. And if you don't mind that, that would be fine. Now about your ongoing romance that you have already right now. And this is a card. Again, I see on this card the sign of Jupiter right there where my finger is. So you can see that this card also tells you that either you or your ongoing romance partner is showing a tendency of dominating and stubbornness. So if you value your ongoing romance, you will have to be very flexible. It's only 15 days of the first 15 days of July. Be flexible, be negotiable, and you'll be able to keep your ongoing romance happy enough. If you retaliate by being stubborn yourself, then the clash may come. And now let me go to your area of marriage. So let's see what this card says. Well, where your marriage is concerned, hang on, I didn't shuffle it. So where your marriage is concerned, let me shuffle this card, all right? Where your marriage is concerned, you coming from Cancer, it says, wonderful good news is approaching you. There is so much support for you from your family areas. So in your marriage area, things are going well. The only downside I may see from this card is a matter of having different opinions about certain things, a small matter. Because the purpleness on this card, you see that purple circle all over the place, that always shows a tendency to dominate. So don't dominate, be flexible, be negotiable, and your marriage areas will be wonderfully good for you for these first 15 days. So everything will go in your family areas as well, nothing wrong. Now I'm going to go to the last 16 days of July, the last 16 days of July. Sometimes if I mention June, it's not June, it's for July. So the last 16 days of July, let me pull the card that talks to you about a job. And it's a very good card. It shows the last 16 days you can find a lot of superiority, which means perhaps promotions and doing well. And even if you're looking for a new job in the last 16 days, go right ahead. The situation is very fluid for you, and everything that you want with this card is going to be very helpful for you. It's a wonderful card that I pulled where your job is concerned. Now, regarding business and finances, let's see what this card says for the last 16 days of July for you coming from Cancer. Wow, it says you're going to make more money and you're going to have many responsibilities. So you're going to have a promotion or more status or more important in that area of business. So for the sake of business, money will be there waiting for you. So you're going to do extremely well where your business is concerned. Go for the idea of expansion in the last 16 days. Look for new partnerships, chase for new tenders or whatever you do in your business. And money will be very much yours, it says. Now we will go to romance, new and old. Oops. Romance, new and old. And so let me see what the card says. You coming from Cancer for the last 16 days of July. It says you will find a new romance very, very easily. And it's somebody that you have known for a while. That sprouting of things shows that you already know this person. And this person will start to show a lot of interest in you. And it doesn't have to be exactly that you know this person. It could be that you have met before and haven't seen each other before. So something like that is going to happen for you in a possibility of a new romance coming your way, which is positive, by the way. And what about your ongoing romance? Let's see what the card says. Well, your ongoing romance, it's a card with a yellow moon, and it's very good for you coming from Cancer. It shows progress. It shows the ability to think together and do things together. It shows happiness for sure. So your ongoing romance is going to find a lot of good things for you in the last 16 days of July. Now I'm going to talk to you about your lucky ages. So there will be some people of these lucky ages who are going to do extremely luckily in what they do. And so let me pull this card and see what the card says. Well, it's a card of the Emperor. So my mind goes to the planet Jupiter because it's shown here. And so looking at this card, I'm talking about your lucky ages. Looking at this card, I'm going to say if you happen to be the ages of 21 or 30 or 39 or 48 or 57 or 66 or 75, you're going to be one very lucky person in any area of your life. And you're going to do things wonderfully well and correctly well as well. So you've got the luck and the charm with you. So go ahead, make the changes you want. If you're of these ages, you will do them magnificently. And you can even have quite a large amount of money coming your way. Well, if you're not of these ages, you need to have a 90-minute session with me, which will cost you USD 50, but we'll talk about that later. Now about your lucky dates, DATES. For Cancer, your lucky dates. All right. From here, I will say that your lucky dates are going to be the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, and the 29th. The 2nd, 11th, 20th, and 29th are going to be wonderful lucky dates for you. So plan to do whatever you want in job, in business, in romance, in marriage, anything to produce luck for yourself. And you will be extremely doing that wonderfully for yourself. Now about your lucky dates. All right. Well, your lucky dates, which I mentioned already. Now about lucky colors. And let's see what the card says. Wow. I'm going to choose the colors of green and gray for you from this card. So wear plenty of green and gray. And you're going to be very lucky in whatever you do, because whatever colors we wear, they open a channel of energy to the planets that control them. That's how it works. So wear plenty of green and gray and you will do very well. And now about your direction. Why direction? Because 9 planets are around Earth And when you look left, right, straight, or back, you're going to face a planet for you coming from Cancer. Well, with this card, I will say the direction of southeast is going to be one of your best directions, southeast. So for inspiration in the month of July, whether for that romance you want to attract or make the family happier and the marriage as well, whether for the job, business, finances, or whether even for your health, you should face southeast as much as you can to get the inspiration. Well, that's the news I have for you. Now, regarding this 90-minute session I have, which will cost you USD $50, I'll tackle your next 7, 8, or 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and looking at your palms. And with all this information, I'll be able to get things exactly as you want. And so I'll talk to you about your personal lucky lottery numbers, your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky days, a lot of information, and your lucky directions as well. So send me an email at andyhoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9 at gmail.com, and I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Until then, thank you and goodbye.